Today I'm going to be upgrading my tool wall from this to this on Handcrafted by Paul. Here's my current tool wall. It works okay as is, but there are some tools I want to remove because I hardly ever use them, and some I want to add. First thing I need to do is take down all the tools and remove the old and dusty tool wall. To make it easier to attach a tool anywhere on the wall, I'm screwing a 1/2 inch sheet of plywood to the wall. The total size is 24 by 43, which should be plenty of room for most of my used tools. Next, I decided what tools I needed to keep off the wall. For me, that was pretty easy since I probably used my hand plane about 5 times since buying it about 8 years ago. Also, there's this pine stick that my brother and I carved out of a random branch while walking a trail. For some reason, I've been holding on to it for years. I think it's finally time to get this out of my life. For chisels, I make a slotted shelf out of 1/2 inch plywood. The brad nails just barely poke through the other side, so I just flatten the ends with a hammer. I currently have 6 chisels, 4 nice and 2 beater for scraping glue and opening paint cans. To prevent them from getting wedged between the wall and the shelf, I'm adding this cleat to the bottom. This also acts as a safety feature, preventing anyone from accidentally touching the edge of the sharp chisel. For the combination square, I simply cut a slot and screw it to the wall at a 45-degree angle. Now don't be a silly willy and do a 46 or 44. Only 45 degrees will work. For some tools like the metal ruler, I just drove a nail into the wall. Nothing complicated here. To prevent the framing square from falling off the cleat, I'm cutting a slot. This should be a lot more secure than previous method, which was magnets, which work fine until you accidentally bumped one, causing it to fall on the floor, which probably isn't the best for the accuracy of the squares. The block plane gets a simple shelf and a cleat on the edge to prevent it from falling. To hold the screwdrivers, awl, and burnisher, I am drilling 1/2 inch holes at the drill press, which is pretty much the same as the previous tool wall. To provide more strength, I added these brackets with the brad nailer. The tape measure gets a shelf screwed to the wall and another nail for the level. The rubber mallet gets a notch cut for the handle and screwed to the wall. Naturally, what else would it get screwed to? Just like the previous tool wall, I'm using an empty can to hold all the pens and pencils. Just like the block plane, the wood glue and CAA glue gets a little shelf with a cleat on the edge. For the wooden mallet, I just drill a 1/4 inch hole in the wall and tap a dowel in. I also noticed that I could put my flush trim saw and marking knife in the same slot as the chisels. More nails for the wrench, knife, and ball peen hammer. Guess you could say I'm really nailing this project. Lastly, I used 2 dowels to hold the carpet tape and masking tape. With that, the tool wall is all done and I'm really liking how it turned out. It is super convenient to have all the most used tools in one spot ready for use. It also makes it really easy to clean up because every tool has its own home. If you have any shop organization tips or tricks, leave them in the comments below. I would love to hear them. And as always, thanks for watching.